Hello and welcome back to Candid Talk with Adelle. This is a channel where you have to be if you want to learn about leadership, growth and accountability. I do believe that in everything we do in life has these three elements. You're either a leader in any platform, whether it's your family, business or organization or your employment, and you have to grow. That's why you wake up every single day to go and hustle, to go and work. But at the same time, you must be accountable for you to measure your progress and your growth. So you can't miss those elements in life. So we are all about those three. So if you love to grow, if you love to be different, this is a space you have to be at. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So subscribe, like, and leave a comment as well. Today, we are talking about the art of giving and receiving feedback. My God, this is a very sensitive subject. Now, giving and receiving feedback is quite sensitive for so many people because not everyone takes feedback lightly. So let's break it down into two. Let's start with giving feedback. What is the art of giving feedback? If you tell someone something about them, oh, your dress is bad, oh, I don't like your hair, how are you supposed to communicate it? This applies to all of us in our families, how we talk to our children, at work as a leader, what you tell your employees, how you tell them, oh, your hair is not looking good, or how you communicate this report needs to be redone. There has to be art and some level of comfort embedded into it. At the same time, communicate it effectively. So, giving feedback. One, you have to be specific in what you're saying. Don't beat around the bush. That, if you want to tell me that this is how things should be done, please be specific. Clearly identify what you are trying to communicate and the action you want it to be able to result into. Don't beat around the bush if you're trying to give feedback. Secondly, focus on the behavior you're trying to change and not the personality or not the individual. This way, people will feel like they're not being hit at. A person will not feel like being attacked. You avoid feedback where you're sort of attacking an individual. I'll give an example. In our salon, if your hair is not done properly, or if you want to tell us that, you know what, I don't like this, come out and say, clearly, I don't like how these nails have been made, but don't say, this person is a fool, because now you go to attacking that person instead of what they have done. So in the art of giving feedback, you focus on the behavior and not the personality. I hope we are together there. When you're giving feedback, it should always be timely. Don't sit on it for a week and then give it to me later. It will look like you're building up something because we are human beings and we are dealing with human beings in every setup. So if you're giving feedback, ensure that it is timely. My nails are not well done. This report should be redone in these areas. It can be made better this way and this way. Be timely with your feedback. That way, the person goes back and reflects immediately on how they can be better. But if you keep it and you want to give it the next day, a week later, it might not have the impact it could have had if it was given on time. The other thing about giving feedback is that you have to balance the positive and the negative. I like to call it the sandwich approach. So when you're making sandwich, you put bread, then you put all those things that come with sandwich, tomatoes, onions, and then you put the bread on top again. So what does that mean? Thank you for doing my nails. This was done well, but however, this one could have been done better. This report looks good on the onset. However, if you put in these elements, it can be a standout report. Make someone understand that the effort they put in made a difference in the assignment you gave them. But there are areas of improvement that they can do better on. The sandwich approach works best in everything, in marriage, in friendships, in your business. The sandwich approach is everything. If you start by criticizing someone, whatever you're going to say will pass here and disappear. They will not listen. So you start by sandwiching them with positivity, and then you tell them what exactly you want them to hear in order to have that change effected. And of course, when you're giving feedback, suggest some solutions, alternatives to whatever you're trying to complain about or raise if you have the alternatives. That makes it easy on the other person to start thinking and reflecting on how best they can do better. But if you only throw the feedback without suggesting some alternatives or things that can be done to make that complaint better, then in some cases you're doing a disservice. So if you can and you have alternatives, please do suggest them in giving feedback. And of course, be open to the discussion. If you're giving feedback, allow us to have a conversation so that we can understand in detail exactly what you're communicating. That is the art of giving feedback. How about the art of receiving constructive feedback? Let's take on that one. That is the most difficult. Someone telling you the other constructive feedback, that it's always people call it bad feedback, but it's constructive feedback. That is a difficult one. So, how do you receive constructive feedback? First of all, stay calm. Stay calm and open-minded. Listen to what the person is telling you. Adele, today's shoes that you're putting on are not to standard of what you're doing. First, be calm. Don't criticize. Don't jump on and say, oh, okay, what are you saying? No. Because once you do that, then you stop listening and understanding where the other person is coming from. Be calm and open-minded when receiving constructive criticism or feedback. Listen attentively so that you can be able to change whatever this person is talking about. Or if it makes sense anyway. Someone might give you feedback and in your mind you think it doesn't make sense. But listen actively. How else do you receive criticism? Is by asking questions to understand what this person is communicating. In most cases, under constructive feedback or this kind of receiving, in most cases there can be a miscommunication. So how do you avoid miscommunication? Is by ensuring that you ask questions of what this person was trying to communicate. That way you get clarity, but also understand their communication and see if you can work on it or not, depending on how you feel in the moment. Avoid becoming defensive. Being defensive is the way to go when it comes to constructive criticism, because we are human. We are human beings. So someone tells you something, immediately you put a defense cover. We are like tortoises. You put your tortoise shell because you don't want these arrows to hit you. It is something I'm still working on as an individual as well. I get defensive sometimes, but it is a natural reaction. However, it can be controlled. It can be managed. And in receiving constructive criticism, be thankful. Be appreciative. Someone says, this has happened, say, thank you so much for your feedback. We look forward to working on it. The next time you come, it will be better. For every business that has PR and marketing personnel or strategists, this is key. When someone gives you feedback, you must express appreciation. Appreciation, whether you like the feedback or not. Thank you so much for your feedback. We are going to work on this. The next time you come, we shall be better. It is important. It gives gratification for the person who has taken out of her time, out of his time, to tell you what could be better in your business, in your personal life, or on your growth journey. One thing I will say as we finish this episode, use feedback as a strategy or as a stepping stone for growth. Look at it as an opportunity for someone telling you what they think is not right. They're actually helping you do your job better. They're helping you stand out. They're helping you identify the problem so that you can resolve it and do better. As simple as that. If you look at it with those lenses, you will not take constructive feedback as an offense. Instead, it will be an opportunity for growth. So the art of giving and receiving feedback is important on our growth journey, on our leadership journey, on our accountability process in order to achieve our set objectives. If you can't take feedback, my friend, you will not survive in this world. If you can't receive constructive criticism and work on it as an opportunity to be better, you're in the wrong place. Let's raise our children with understanding that they can be given feedback and they can take it politely despite it being on the other side. So if you're with me on this journey of growth and accountability, constructive feedback, receiving and giving feedback is an important part on this process. If you like this video, please subscribe, share with a friend that likes or wants to hear it. You could change someone's life. You could change someone's mindset and perspective on life when it comes to feedback. Thank you for watching. I do look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.